Hello and greetings everyone. I'm working on this scene from Rock Band vs. Vampires, and it's a fighting scene between Katrina and Anna Winterfoot. It's very exciting, a lot of action is happening. Now, in the middle of the fight, we have this comedy touch where we have Pixie and Will following the fight. It's funny that we've been filming these two scenes, or actually one scene, but these two shots in completely different locations and completely different day. So I was asked, like how I'm going to go about for this bit, recreating this location behind the green screen and place these two guys back in this room. So let's get started. To start with, I'm using Premiere at the moment, but I'm gonna use After Effects for the basically visual effects. So let's right click and let's do replace with an After Effects compositing. I did that before, so let me call this tutorial. That's the one that we want. Now, I have reference footage from other cameras which we were filming. Let me show you what I mean by reference cameras. So RBVV videos, I think that was the second, and then we have a Sony camera and Trish camera which I want to use. And as you can see, we have loads of footage that Trish was taking. Same scene and everything. Obviously the camera that Trish was using, I think it was a Sony, uh, cannot really match the Blackmagic, but in this case we will be using it for the background. So we should be fine. I picked one of those and I exported it as a sequence. So let's go back to After Effects and yep, here we go, PNG sequence. So this is from Trisha's camera. This is the bit that I find to be usable or kind of what I need. Basically, I need this bit here to add it at the back of them. So to start with, let's take this footage and actually first let me change the bitrate to the depth, I mean channel 232 bit, and then let's take this and create a new sequence. Now the idea is to pick frames from different parts of the shot and then combine them together. So one layer is not enough, so let's duplicate it to maybe 5. Let's keep this one hidden and locked so we don't accidentally touch it. This is the original one, we will keep it there safe. Now let's hide all the others and let's start with this one. Let's take the first frame, why not, and freeze it. And let's take the eraser and let's erase the people. Remove them from the frame. Jake, what are you doing in my frame, man? Move. Move, dog. Get out the way. Get out the way. Move. Yup. Get out the way. So here we go. So those guys are now gone. So that's one. Let's go back. This is what we have at the moment. Let's hide this one, lock it. Let's unhide the other one and let's find another frame where we can see a little bit more behind Jake. And Lauren steps in, of course. But yeah, let's see if we can handle it here. So let's freeze frame and we do the same process. Delete, 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 delete. and delete your head, Malcolm. Ha 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 ha. I am the eraser, and you can never say anything to me because I am erasing you. And you too, Jake. Move. So let's go back. If we look at those together, so we will have a little bit more. Now we're still missing some parts here, so let's try to find a frame where we can see the rest of the wall, which is that. That's perfect. That is perfect. Let's do the same thing again. Freeze frame, double click it, and let's go inside and let's remove the people again. Pom 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 pom. So I don't know what that thing is, but I will keep it anyway just in case we need it. So it will create the illusion that it is the same sofa. You know, small details like that actually does a lot of work for you. Makes makes people believe like, oh no, hold on. Yeah, it's the same sofa, the same whatever that thing is. I think it's a bag that we are covering something bad behind it. And now we have, if we go back to the composite, we have that. Now it's still missing there. Shall we try to find another frame? Yeah, let's try to find a frame where we can get something. Actually, you know what? Let's unhide those and let's see. Yeah, it's Lauren's head. Yeah, I don't think that we can find something to hide that. I mean, we should be fine. We should be fine because Jake is covering it here, and then Lauren is covering it with her head. Thank you, Lauren. So we should be fine without that. It's the remaining bit of that. Okay, I was looking at I was staring at the wrong thing. Alright, let's try to find a frame where we can see. Maybe there. Yep, let's try that one. Freeze frame. And let's go inside and let's delete as much as we can from here. And then the rest, we don't need all that really. We don't need that. I mean, I'm saying that, I mean them. I don't know why I'm saying that. Okay, let's see. Back. Did we get it? Almost. Almost. Yep, it's still missing. Actually, let me check that. Yep. I was just making sure that my eraser is actually covering the whole thing, because if you don't have it in constant and you have it in one frame, for example, I mean single frame, for example, then it will just erase one frame and then the remaining will be nothing. So you will be wondering like, why the hell, you know, like it's not working. Alright, now the next step is let's unlock this one. Let's hide those. And we take this one and we try to align it with the frame below it. So selecting that and let's try to align it to the best we can. Now there isn't much I can see here that I can work. Oh, actually, I'm looking at this shadow here and align it. So something like that should be fine. And then lock it to make sure that we don't touch it again. And let's take the next one. And we do the same thing. Align the sofa, maybe the shadow, you know. There we go. And I think we will have the picture by the end. So let's lock it and unlock the other one. Grab it and let's try to align this. Okay, we don't have a shadow here, so let's try to align this bit of the sofa. Something like that. Yep, it's still missing there. But I will find another frame maybe outside the tutorial and try to find another frame here and cover this bit. So we save this, lock it. Let's go back to our footage and let's do keying. So key light, I really like it. Take somewhere, you know, like mid-tone. Let me show you that again. So here it's very bright, here it's very dark. This is a very shadowy area. I usually take somewhere in the middle. And then let's clean it. So the way you clean green screen is by going to an alpha channel. Black is transparent completely, white is opaque. So what our goal is to have as white as possible here for the foreground and as black as possible in the background. And we do that by adjusting this clip black and clip white parameters while looking at the alpha channel until we get it as black as possible. Now the green screen is gone, but we have now gray area here, which is not good because that will mean that the foreground will be transparent. So let's take this down until we get it as white as possible. Around there. Now you see we have kinda holes, you know, in our mat, so we will need to fix that. I think the easiest way is to maybe add 0.1 in the shrink. No, okay, 0.5. That does the trick. But we start to get back some of the green screen back, so let's try 0.4. Nope. 0.25. We are getting some holes back. So let's try to adjust the screen gain. Maybe to 105. Oh, I mean 105. About there should be fine. Now obviously you can work on this as much as you want until you get it perfect. But for now I'm just showing you the technique, and then it's up to you how much you want to spend time on it. Now if we drop the footage that we created earlier in the background, we get this. It looks nice, but we have all these things in the background. So I think the best way to do it is to go into a 3D, you know, like we changed the layer into a 3D. Let's go for two views and let's try to bring this forward, because remember that shot is, you know, the background shot is a wide shot, while they are here, they are in a close-up or medium close-up shot, so we can safely bring the wall closer to them. We can take it lower. Bring it closer. And lower. I don't like Malcolm's head there. Ideally, it should be about here, actually, because if we look at the shot at the background, this drawing thing is next to Malcolm's head. So let's try to redo that while hiding Malcolm's background head behind Malcolm's foreground head. So that should be okay actually. So if we go to one view, this looks alright to me. I mean, for what, 10 minutes or something? Let's try to play it and see if we get any problems. Yeah, the change in the background, it's obviously because we need to freeze the last frame in this one. Let's watch it again. Yep, looks alright. Looks alright, looks alright. And I think we're done. Now we can always go into 3D again and take this where there we are, and then let's go into rotation, pressing R, and let's see, rotation Z. Nope, wrong one. I always get it wrong. Rotation Y. Yep, that's the one. And we can adjust it so it will looks like it's actually behind them. No, we still want that drawing thing behind next to Malcolm's head. Let's do 3, I mean -3, something like that. Alright, that should work. Now the remaining work for this bit is to change the color of this sofa. You know, we need it to be back to where we were, you know, the creamy color sofa, but that will be done in the color correction phase. But for now, at least we have something to start with. Yep, and there you have it. So this is how I would go about by recreating a location and bringing back my actors to the original location and having this very lovely reaction of them to the fight scene that we have. Now, by the way, once we save this, I already saved it, and we go back to uh, Premiere. Oh yeah, I need to unlink, then unenable those footage. They are in the background. So I still need the sound, but I don't want the footage at the background, so I will just do that. And now I'm left with the After Effects sequence that we created earlier. So let's save it, and there we go. We're going from the fight to those people, looking at them. Okay, the color it's really not matching, so we could do simple color correction. I like levels. I don't know why, don't ask me, I just like them. And let's do this. So we should have definitely less red. So let's go for maybe 75. Oh no, that's a lot. 90. And less green 95, 85, and let's give it a little bit of blue, maybe on 10. And then let's do darker there, let's say 20. I'm trying to match the color of the walls, so we still have a little bit too much red in my opinion. Actually, you know what, let's go back to After Effects, because After Effects is much better, and also to color correct only the foreframe. Back to my levels, and let's do the red first, and then let's do the green. I like first to boost it a lot to see the difference. I think we still have a little bit too much red. Around there, I think. And let's copy the levels to the background. And let's give it a little bit more. Bring the black down. Take the white out to get some contrast. Something like that. And we have a little bit too much blue. We can actually reset the blue and the green and the red. Now let's take it from here. Less red. Slightly less green. Yep, about there. Little bit, a touch of blue. Here we go. And save it. Let's go back here, and we don't need this one. This is much more like it. Now they are very bright, I think. I mean the exposure, so we can do that as well. Alright, so there you have it. This is what's involved in the visual effects process in RBVV. This is, to be honest, one of the very easy bits that I need to do. That's why I just went ahead and made a video tutorial about it. Otherwise, I just can't, spend hours and hours making tutorials for things in RBVV. But for this one, I just thought, why not? Let's share it. Alright, guys. Hope that you will having a wonderful year and a successful career. And we will see you soon for the screening of the RBVV. See ya.